gentlemen, welcome to a very special edition, a YouTube exclusive version of BCW TV. We are back here, a little bit back further in time, back in Orchard Park, New York for this special tag team match in the ring, the Caribbean Connection, currently being worked over by the Killer Steves. The Killer Steves are making their first appearance here in Buffalo Championship Wrestling, as are the Caribbean Connection. Both of these tag teams, two of the top tag teams, not only in the area, but all over the Northeast as well. And this is going to be one heck of a match to kick off this very exclusive YouTube edition of this week's BCW TV. Coconut Jones with a high kick there, taking down Studley Steve McKenzie. It's a tag team. Double team action there by the Caribbean Connection. As you saw earlier, fans, as we kicked off this program, we went way back in history. A match from Vermont several years ago. Sick Rick Matrix, apparently, as Troy Buchanan calls it, abusing him in a match they had several years ago, and it has spawned and spurned the anger and hatred that Troy Buchanan has towards Sick Rick Matrix. More on that story a little bit later, as the Caribbean Connection are taking it to the Killer Steves out here on the floor at the Frank Young Sports Arena. Your referee for this match, Darren Z, trying to gain control and gain order of this match. But when you got four men like this, it's tough to keep under control. Later on today, as we said, we're going to get more into the feud between Sick Rick Matrix and Troy Buchanan. Let's not forget, Thursday night, December 8th, Buffalo Championship Wrestling returns to the Lake Erie Italian Club in Lackawanna, New York. And we have a big announcement in regards to that. Just signed to appear at the Lake Erie Italian Club on Thursday night, December 8th, the Big Rig, Brody Lee. That's right, Brody Lee is coming back to Buffalo Championship Wrestling on Thursday night, December 8th, to make that already stacked card even more loaded. The Big Rig, Brody Lee, no stranger to anybody. Now he's pretty much a national name as well as an international name, and he's coming back to Buffalo Championship Wrestling for that big event, as the Killer Steves have turned the tide of this match, and they seem to have the Caribbean Connection under control right here. Fans, so much going on in Buffalo Championship Wrestling, so much that we had to bring you a second television show this week. That's why we're doing this very special YouTube edition of BCW TV. You saw the normal edition of BCW TV with an outstanding match between Pepper Parks and Fighting Irish Jake O'Reilly. You also saw Courtney Rush make her BCW debut and taking on the Masked Assassin. This week, YouTube exclusive BCW TV number 2, and we hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving holiday, and we'd like to thank you for all the support you've given Buffalo Championship Wrestling and continuing to watch our television program week in and week out. Stick with us, folks. It's only going to get better leading up to Thursday night, December 8th. There'll be more big announcements coming out about future events, this and that, more stars coming to Buffalo Championship Wrestling. Everybody wants to be a part of Buffalo Championship Wrestling. Let's get back to the action in the ring right here, though. Mr. One Night Stand, Steve Cruz, in the ring with Coconut Jones. Coconut Jones going for a sunset flip. He gets Mr. One Night Stand down, but Studley Steve McKenzie with the presence of mind to break that up. And Steve Cruz with a clothesline takes down Coconut Jones. Fans, of Killer Steves, as I said earlier, one of the top tag teams not only in Western New York, but beyond. They're veterans. They know every in and out of tag team wrestling, and it's going to take everything that the Caribbean Connection has. They're no slouches, but the Killer Steves, possibly, they've been teaming a lot longer, so they may have the advantage in this tag team match right now. Time will tell, as Studley Steve McKenzie back in the ring there with Coconut Jones. Maximo Suave trying to make his way in the ring, but Studley Steve getting over there to cut him right back off, and he sends him out to the floor. Steve Cruz getting the boot up, sending Coconut Jones face first into the bottom of Mr. One Night Stand. Steve Cruz's boot there, and the Killer Steves seem to have this match under complete control right here. Maximo Suave trying to get the crowd here at the Frank Young Sports Arena in Orchard Park, New York behind him, but the crowd can only help you so much as the Killer Steves continue the double team tag team assault right here on the Caribbean Connection. Studley Steve McKenzie laying in the forearms there on Coconut Jones. He's going to go to send him off the ropes. Coconut off the ropes, ducking the clothesline, coming back. DDT there on Studly Steve McKenzie, and that could be the turning point of this match. All it takes is one maneuver like a DDT to turn the tide in tag team wrestling. It's Studly Steve McKenzie. He looks like he's going over to the wrong corner there. He's in Maximo Suave's corner. Maximo holds out his hand and delivers a punch to Studly Steve McKenzie, and Coconut Jones makes a tag to Maximo Suave, and here goes Mr. One Night Stand Maximo, raining down with forearms on both the Killer Steves. Heel kick right there, and another heel kick on both of the Killer Steves. Mr. One Night Stand Steve Cruz is back in the corner. Maximo telling Coconut to go to the other side of the ring as he's going to work over Studly Steve in that corner. Are we going to see punches here? Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Who am I kidding? I can't count that high. The Caribbean Connection laying the punches in on the Killer Steve. Studly Steve McKenzie being sent to the floor by Coconut Jones. Mr. One Night Stand, he's down in the corner. Maximo looking like he's going to go shoot him off. Sends him over to that far corner. What's he send him up for here? Taking a little bit too much time. Comes in. Monkey flip here. No, Mr. One Night Stand blocks it. Gets his feet up. He's got his feet on the ropes, and Coconut Jones can't do anything about it. And the Killer Steves get a victory in a great match here this week on BCW TV. I told you, folks, look out for the veteran teamwork of the Steves, and it came through, and it got him a victory right here on the Caribbean Connection, a match that we go back to a few months ago from Orchard Park, New York fans. This is just a sign of things to come in Buffalo Championship Wrestling. Let's thank our supporters and sponsors, and we'll be back right after this. Is this thing on? Hello? Hello, is this thing on? I don't know where that other announcer went, but I'm Troy Buchanan. That's right, I've taken over this segment of Buffalo Championship Wrestling TV. And what I showed you earlier, because I'm responsible for that too, if that doesn't prove to everybody out there in this television audience that Sick Rick Matrix is a psychopath, he's sick, and he doesn't belong in a Buffalo Championship Wrestling ring, then this match right here hopefully will get my point over, because I'm not happy that Sick Rick Matrix is back in Buffalo Championship Wrestling on Thursday night, December 8th. I am not happy at all. As a matter of fact, it makes me quite sick to know that I got to share a locker room with that man. But I'm not going to let it distract me from my goal, from my mission at hand. As we see Rick Matrix cheating right there, referee Drew Carey putting the 5 count on, Matrix getting in there cheating, closed fists. See, what happens right there, Matrix? I'm a lot smarter than you. Nice clean shots right there to the back of the head of Sick Rick Matrix, taking him right down. Greco-Roman bite right there on the nose. That's called being a wrestling technician, people. Kids at home, if you want to be a pro wrestler, watch this match, see what I'm doing. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. Thursday night, December 8th, T-Rex Express back in the house, back in action. Don't call it a comeback. We've been here for years. Every cliche you can possibly think of. Thursday night, December 8th, non-title match. As if we wanted it that way. We'll defend our titles against anybody, anywhere. Nice Greco-Roman thumb to the eye right there. Stunning the big man, Rick Matrix. I'm sorry, people. I'm trying to get everything all in here, but I'm just impressed by myself. Anyway, Thursday night, December 8th, T-Rex Express non-title match against a man that I've had a problem with for quite some time, and I don't think the issues are going to be resolved after Thursday night, December 8th. That's right, Ron Falco. You couldn't get the job done with ice, so you went out, you got Frank the Tank. You may have beaten me to become the BCW heavyweight champion in that singles match, but I was a little bit off my game. I had the flu, 115 temperature. I was having IV fluids. I was drinking Gatorade all day. Doctor told me not to go to the ring. I went to the ring, and Ron Falco, yeah, you beat me. Came back, tag team match, T-Rex Express. Ron Falco, you went and got that idiot ice. Beat you, no problem. Now, you want to go to the commission, you want to petition to yourself, say, hey, Rick Matrix apparently cheating right here, like blatantly cheating right here again. There's a child over there. He tried to take me in the crowd. He's a bad man. He's a very bad man. And when you play the game like Rick, it's just, I'm so angry right now. Oh, this cheating. Look, it's right here. Unnecessarily throwing me onto that hard floor right there. I'm just trying to have a wrestling match with this man, and he's getting a little crazy right here, throwing me all over on the floor. But anyway, Thursday, December 8th, Ron Falco, you want to get yourself Frank the Tank. Now, Frank the Tank, the T-Rex Express, know your history. We've never had the opportunity to wrestle Rhythm and Booze, but it'll be a pleasure, Frank the Tank, to wrestle you and beat you. Because Frank the Tank, I don't know what you think you're getting yourself into teaming with Ron Falco, but I'll tell you what, my friend, you're making the biggest mistake of your life. So Thursday night, December 8th, boys, you better bring it, and you better bring it hard. There you see me right there running back in the ring, breaking up the count. Smart veteran maneuver. Sick Rick Matrix looking a little bit bloody there, huh, Rick? How's it feel? How's it feel, Rick? You cheat, I turn it right back on you, and you're bleeding. Bleeding like a stuck pig, huh? There we go, look at me right there. Smart enough getting back in the ring. I'm not going to play Rick Matrix's game. I'm not going to mess with him on the floor. Right there, prime example of what I'm talking about. Unnecessarily, Rick Matrix throwing an international object in the ring, planning on using it, but you see with my smart veteran mentality, cut him right off, lay the clean boots right in there, and I'm going to continuously work Rick Matrix over and work Rick Matrix over. You see, Rick Matrix has to resort to whatever tactic that he can to beat a guy like me. He knows I'm smarter than him. He knows I'm better than him. I mean, Rick Matrix, not to take anything away from the guy, he's big and bad. He's done this, he's done that, he's done everything. But obviously Rick Matrix isn't on the level of intelligence that someone like Troy Buchanan myself is, and I'm displaying it right here. And you don't see me using any foreign objects. You don't see me cheating. Look at this right here. Picking him up, picking the big man up. Boom, DDT. Lights out, Rick Matrix. And if not for the referee, I would have had a 3 count right there. Drew Carrig took his time getting down, took his time taking the 3 count. See, even the guy that runs the building knew the match was over because he turned the arena lights back on. He thought it was over. I thought it was over. I don't know what that idiot referee was doing, flailing around in the ring like he was on the beach or something like that. But here we go. Good competitors and champions persevere and they go through. So I continue the match right here. And I knew I had Rick Matrix still right where I want him. Right on the second rope, perched right here. Boom, here comes a double axe handle. But you know what, maybe I made a mistake in that one. It's all right. Side Russian leg sweep right there, blah, blah, blah. I can take that 7 days a week, twice on Sunday. Easy kick out, you know what I mean? When you're smart like I do, you don't have to kick out at 1. You don't have to kick out at 2. You kick out at 2 3/4, preserve that energy, and you'll see how I take it to Rick Matrix right here, what I'm talking about. The Matrix. I'm on the ropes. There's a 5 count. Matrix trying to work me over right there. Stupid Matrix putting his head down. Big knee lift right there. And oh, what happens right here? That's right. The big idiot gets himself tied up in the ropes. Now right here, I clearly had this match won. But seeing Matrix has been cheating the whole entire match, why not grab a steel chair? Why not grab a steel chair? Hey, he's been cheating the entire match. I figure it's my time. You know, I don't even want to talk about, I don't even want to see it. The referee just got my way right there. Don't even watch what's going on right now. I slipped and fell. There was a wet spot in the ring. And don't even pay attention to what's going on right now because what happens right here, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, Rick Matrix, Thursday night, December 8th. You and I are sharing the same locker room. Keep eyes in the back of your head. Ron Falco, Frank the Tank, look out because we're coming for you. I guess we'll see you next week, fans. Maybe that idiot announcer will be back.